You can see by how dirty my hands are. All right, let's go gas tank diving. Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, that smells 15-year vintage of gasoline. This is probably just wishful thinking. I don't know, maybe it had a potentiometer on it at one time or whatever you call it. Hey everyone, just a quick update on the machine work I had done for the 55 T-Bird. I got everything back, it all looks great. But before we get into it, can you please like and subscribe? It really helps the channel. So the machinist didn't run into any major problems. He ended up going 60 over on the bores. I found a set of pistons that are going to work. He ended up grinding and balancing the crank with 20 under on the rod bearings and 40 under on the main bearings. Main bearings were a problem. I couldn't find anything other than used stuff on eBay. Luckily, I ran into a company that orders direct from the manufacturer, just-in-time stuff. He's going to be sending them out on January 15th is when they're supposed to be done. Got the engine over here, the block. It's all Dexter wrapped. I'm going to leave it like that till I get into it just to keep the moisture out of it. But he did go through all the coolant passages and oil galleys, cleaned it all out. I got all new frost plugs. Really happy with the work he did. Today, we're going to be focusing on the fuel system. Start at the gas tank and work our way forward to where the fuel lines connect to the fuel pump. Going to take it apart, check everything, and see what I need to order. Hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, time for some gas tank work. This ought to be super fun. Let's see how draining the tank goes. It's not rusted in place like I expected it to be. I think there's about a third of a tank. So let's just see what happens. Here she comes. Oh yeah, that smells about a 15-year vintage of gasoline. I do know it's non-oxygenated, so it doesn't seem to have separated out, but you never can tell. Oh man, that smells. Well, at least I got lots of parts washer for the next few months. No rust. I take it back, this is older than 15 years. It's got to be at least 22-year-old fuel. Yeah, it does not smell good. Car's getting lighter. That's probably good enough. Oh man, that stinks. Here we go. Two beautiful pails of gasoline, soon to be parts washer fluid. I think I'll just throw it into some old gas cans and use it for washing stuff up. Okay. This is probably just wishful thinking, but hopefully those tank straps come off without too much trouble. Time to get the gas tank out. Just gotta pop the trunk. On this side, looks like we got two tank straps and a fuel line. She should come down. Right now I got a jack holding up the gas tank. Then I'm just gonna pull off the two straps and that fuel line, and hopefully it will just come out. There's the one. And here is the other side of the strap. Hopefully it just comes out. Nice. Okay, we got one out. All right, here goes the next one. Tank is starting to flop around. Here it is. And done. Here we go. Let it come off. Oh, that is solid. I think we're just going to cut that. There we go. Okay, and hopefully it will just flop out. Down she goes. There we go. We did it. Note to self, install the driver's side tank strap on the back, or you're not going to be able to get the strap in once the tank's pushed up to the body. That seems to be the sending unit wire for the gas gauge, which does not work. I'm going to have to get that sorted out. Diff looks like it has a bit of a leak. You can see the stainless steel lines I put on it a long time ago. Those things are the way to go, man. I think cars should come from the factory with those things. But yeah, looks like the exhaust is a little rotted out. Nothing too scary. No surprises. And here's the gas tank in all of its glory. This is the part I'm interested in. I really want the gas gauge to work. I don't know what this little resistor thing is, but I'm gonna have to get in here. Hopefully that'll come apart. Probably just gonna have to end up buying a new one, but I definitely want a gas gauge that works. Now that the gas tank's out, let's get a look at this sending unit. It's never worked in the past. Maybe there's something we can do to revive it, but I'll probably end up having to get a new one. Yeah. Looks like someone's been in here, at least sometime in the past 30 years. These are all coming loose, nice and easy. I have no idea what that thing does. You can see the wire there has seen better days. When I pulled the gas tank, this little screw fell out. Not really sure what it's for. I think it went right here. I honestly don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. Let's see if this thing wants to come off. I think it's got some Permatex or something. Oh, there it goes. Let's see what we got. So basically this is like a plunger, I guess. I think. I don't know. Maybe it had a potentiometer on it at one time or whatever you call it. But there isn't much left of it. All right. Get to spend more money. Yay. let's go gas tank diving. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, that does not look good. Yeah, I think this tank's screwed. I don't know if you can see it, but it's also kind of crushed on the top. I don't know if vacuum sucked it down or what happened, but luckily I got a new gas tank. I'll go grab it and then we can compare the two. Here it is. Off camera, I just checked on the price I paid for this about 10 years ago, and it was $345. I looked it up from the same place, and they're now getting $380. Seems like a pretty solid unit. It is stainless. Don't know if I said that or not yet. Looks like it's got all the stuff in the right places. Looks to be solidly made. I'll put the two side by side here so we can compare them. Yep, it looks about right. Outlet looks about right. The neck looks about right. Let's see if the cap fits. There we go. A couple of minor differences. I don't know what these things are for. I think I can live without them. All right, so I got a bunch more parts to buy before I can put this in, but at least we know it's gonna work. Check out the welds on this filler neck. These stainless tanks are actually pretty high quality. Almost looks like it's got a little hot here on the weld, but I think it'll be okay. Sending unit looks like it's in the right place. I think it's gonna work. I got a bunch of hardware to clean up here. Probably gonna bead blast stuff. Get all of this crap off of the tank straps. And I might even see if they got a soft hardware kit or whatever for all these different pads. Maybe I'll make my own. I'll see how much they cost, but definitely got to get a new sending unit. Last time I checked, the 6-volt stuff, you couldn't even get it anymore. I kind of want to keep the car 6-volt. Call me crazy, but I definitely want to have a gas gauge that works. Back in the day, it was always checked with a stick in the trunk. That's just not gonna fly for me. So anyways, we'll start cleaning some of this up. Thought I would take you guys on a little shopping spree here. Did a quick search on Concourse parts for fuel sender. Might go somewhere else, not sure, but I'm just checking prices at this point. Reminded me that I needed a fuel cap because the one I have does not fit very tight for $12.95. Ka-ching. And there is the 6-volt reproduction fuel gauge or fuel sender. Looks like it comes with a gasket, $54.95. Ka-ching. What else do we got here? And brass screws. The ones I have are steel. I think these might last a little longer. I don't know how they'll react with stainless. Probably better than would steel. Anyways, for $250, I don't think I can go wrong. And while I was looking at these, it reminded me that I need to check out the fuel lines. So let's get under the car, have a look at those, and see if we don't need to buy a set of fuel lines as well. Starting at the back of the car, we got this fuel line that runs up over the frame, and then it goes onto the side of the car. You can see we got a little clip right up there that we got to get off, and then hopefully we can just slide this thing out. Just runs right over the frame here on the side. Here we are, just under the driver's side door. We've got a union where the fuel line comes together. It's all full of undercoating. I got one on. Trying a line wrench here. Oh, it actually came loose. I hope there's no fuel in it. I am sick of smelling that stuff. Take this other side loose too. if it comes loose. Oh, yep, there we go. Another clip here. There we go. This is just a union. Oh, this is going to be a treat getting this out. This is turning into a bit of a clown show because I really don't feel like unbolting the body from the frame, get this fuel line out. But at some point, I'm going to have to pay the price of getting a new fuel line in. I think it might be taking the body off or very carefully bending this line out of the way. Essentially, we're right in front of the rear tire. Here, I'll give you a look. Yep, there's the passenger or the driver's side door. There's the rear tire. Here's where the fuel line goes up and over the frame. And I'm just sort of slowly bending and pulling. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this to the new line since it's stainless steel and it's probably going to be more rigid, but we will see. But yeah, definitely need some new fuel lines. These things are crusty. It looks like the fuel line is essentially a 2-piece. I might make it into a 3-piece and put a union right here so the new one doesn't have to have so many problems going in. I'll join back up with you when I get this out and start pulling the front side of the fuel lines off. Here's a little bit better angle. This is just right in front of the gas tank. Driver's side frame. You can see the fuel line dangling there. I think I'm just gonna have to bend it slowly and slide it over. I'm not reusing these, but this is just more of an experiment is, can I get the new one in without taking the body off the frame? Well, the back part's out, and now we're onto the front part. I didn't film most of that back part because it was an absolute clown show. There's a few more clips to get off here, and we should be able to get the front off. Most of it's up in the engine. Well, the part with all the bends in it is in the engine compartment. There's that one. I got one more right here. Here's the next one, just under the driver's side footwell. All right, next one's in the engine compartment. Here we are, driver's side engine compartment. Looks like this little clip came off all on its own from me bending on it. I'm gonna see if I can just pull the whole thing out. Yep, here it comes. And there it is. I think we're gonna end up buying some stainless steel line and just making our own, because whatever I buy is gonna be pre-bent. And I don't feel like taking the body off. I think I'll end up making a 3-piece since this one sort of wanted to become a 3-piece. It was a 2-piece setup, but it's out, and now I know that I definitely need some new fuel lines. These things were super crusty. They essentially just cracked off and didn't bend at all. You can see by how dirty my hands are that these things are just shot. So good thing we checked it. Trying to run this on a nice clean carburetor would not end well. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Next week looks like I'll be working on either the carburetor or the transmission. Haven't decided yet, but I should have a video out for you next week. Thanks again. Have a great day.